Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madness. Moving on to our video. Yes, to my loyal viewers and subscribers, as you can see on the thumbnail to the upper right, that's a man by the name of Jonah Ket. I'm not going to tell you his current name. His last name is Maraj. I'm not going to deny that I know him. You understand? I'm not going to do that. I will never ever lie for anyone, especially on myself, as he has done. So you're looking at the thumbnail right there. That is what a detective who used to be at Unsby and was there at the time, and he's the one that brought it to my attention, and he was so upset to listen to the man at the upper right. Yes, that's Jonah Ket, lying about himself. And that is what he said. He said, Porter, you should have let Jonah Ket go to prison for the 9mm loans. Cowboy planted on him because he's a liar. And, I'll say anything that I said privately, I can say it publicly. I have no regret in what I have done because I know that I did the right thing. I wasn't doing anything and looking back for anything in return. Even though, he's denying knowing me and stuff like that. And nothing is wrong with that because you have to understand that there's no honest criminals. And when people are cultured a certain way to be criminals and criminal-minded people, that is what you will get. Yes, and the officer that I had spoken to, explain, saying things that what happened then, and even a meeting at Unsby when Cowboy mentioned that I was paid to kill him because he had planted. He didn't say that in so many words, that he planted the shots, the cartridges, 9mm cartridges on Jonah Ket, but that I was paid by Jonah Ket and Super Ket. At no time did I ever said that I was paid. It was Cowboy who said it. So here's the reason why, Jonah Ket, I don't know, why the man stooped down to that level. I don't know what kind of secret that the man have for him. And, people from Solitaire Road, Broadleaf Road, Mawood Drive, and around Capmarpin, yes, I'm not buying it because I'm not buying the argument that Jonah Ket is having amnesia and because he drinks a lot and stuff. That's garbage. You must know that what he was arrested and charged with. I know, and the way that he had described it, it would be better if he had said that he didn't know. Normally, you cannot just go to gun court and walk out the first day, unless is what happened. As I have said before, that is why he was able to walk out. So So this is the last thing we are going to address with Ugly Sum. Yes. After this, we won't be addressing anything else. Anything. Everything will be dealt with in the federal courts here in the United States of America. And we show you people who is the pathological liar. And it has to do with Jonah Cat. Our message to Jonah Cat is that documents always prove liars to be liars. I want you to hear this, Jonah Cat. Documents always prove liars to be liars. And it is in the archives that you were arrested and charged with illegal possession of ammunition, and one of your sister's hands was broken during the arrest. And she was on JBC TV with her broken hand in a sling. Some people from Cockburn, Penn, Kingston 11 had called and expressed their disgust and surprise at Jonah Cat's reaction about the incident is alarming. Some are begging to let it slide, but I can't, because I hate liars without passion. There is no Pope or Colonel or Jeremy Lee or even Admiral. Yes, and and even Admiral to help you or others who can talk to me and reverse what I am going to do. At no time did I ever mention or said that Supercat and Jonah Cat paid or gave me money to kill former Assistant Commissioner of Police Derek Cowboy Knight. It is misleading and a monstrous lie from the pits of hell. It was Cowboy who said that he had received information that I had got paid from Supercat and Jonah Cat to kill him. And he said this in a Monday morning meeting at the Hunts Bay CIB office. I have made enemies because of this man, Jonah Cat, by telling the police officer whom Derek Knight have written the entry, arrested and charged Jonah Cat with illegal possession of ammunition, to do the right thing by not sending an innocent man to prison. It is laughable. Yes, any career criminal could tell you that what Jonah Cat said on Ugly Sum channel is insulting to the judge and disrespectful to the legal system. It is important to remember that judges are responsible for upholding the law and ensuring that justice is served. They are not there to watch TV or entertain criminals. Wrong. And it shows that Jonah Cat is a useful fool and a slow one. Yes, he is a slow one. Tortoise. Jonah Cat comments are also disrespectful to the police officer who have sacrificed his detective career for him and migrated shortly after. No respect, no gratitude, typical Jamaican people. When someone is arrested for a crime and is taken to gun court, I want you, my loyal viewers and subscribers, to listen. When someone is arrested for a crime and is taken to gun court, it is because there is a prima facie case to answer. Yes, there is a prima facie case. This means that there is enough evidence to suggest the person has committed a crime. Jonah Cat was arrested and charged with illegal possession of ammunition, 9mm cartridges. The term prima facie comes from the Latin and means at first sight, or on the face of it. In legal terms, there is enough evidence to support a charge, but it does not mean the person is guilty. The evidence would need to be tested in court, and the person will be able to defend themselves. There are a few different ways that a police can establish a prima facie case. They can gather evidence such as eyewitness testimony, physical evidence, or confessions. They can also rely on suspects' criminal history. If the police believe they have a prima facie case, they will arrest the suspect and charge them with a crime. The suspect will then be taken to court, where they will have the opportunity to defend themselves. The burden of proof in a criminal case is on the prosecution. What happened in the case is that Jonah Cat was taken to number 3 court at Gun Court, and the police officer who was forced to arrest and charge him with illegal possession of ammunition had submitted a case file outlining what had happened that night at Bambalon, Cockburn Pen, Kingston 11, and he did not search Jonah Cat or found any ammunition on his person. Hence, the man was free on the first day of court. This was one of those rare cases, and he was the same recipient. This means the prosecution must prove the suspect is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. If the prosecution is unable to meet the burden of proof, the suspect will be acquitted. That's what happened on that day. There was no prima facie case in the statement, because the detective wrote he did not search Jonah Cat, he did not find any ammunition and all of that. But the diary entry that Cowboy had written had stated something totally different. And that is what they use and destroy the detective career, because he had spoke the truth right there. And they transfer him to mobile reserve. He talked about it all the time. The only reason, if I'll let you guys hear this detective, is that, if the people in the Patreon after a certain while asked that they would like to hear from him. It was 3 police officers that night, Cowboy and two other police officers. One of the police officers used to work with me, and he's very, very close, even to this day. The other one was close to me. He's still serving. I don't know if he's a detective sergeant or what. So that was it. The police officer the detective who had charged him, was very, very close to me, because he started his career working with me, and I have imparted certain things to him. So that's what happened. I was able to talk to him and tell him not to follow Cowboy and send an innocent man to prison. I hear this man talking, telling lies from the pits of hell. But that's how Jamaican people are. They are some ungrateful people. He doesn't even know, ask any lie, or why he went to court the first day and walk out. That don't happen. Period. Ask any criminal. Once you're arrested and charged, no judge can watch a TV and tell you because they watch on TV and let you go. It don't work like that. But because the people then that's listen to ugly some, they are slow, they're going to believe that. That's not how this judicial system works. When you're arrested and charged, for you to just walk out the first day, the statement, the arresting officer's statement, doesn't support the charge that is submitted to the court. So the court is going to dismiss that case immediately. That's it. If there's prima facie case, it's either you get bail or they remand you when you go to Gun Court. So none of that happened, because there was none. And this man, making a fool of himself. But that's how it is, But I hope other young police officers are learning from this experience. You understand? It is important to remember that just because someone is arrested and charged with a crime doesn't mean that they are guilty. This evidence will need to be tested in court, and the person defend himself. Jonah Cat's comments minimize the seriousness of the crime and make it seem like it's no big deal to be arrested and charged for illegal possession of ammunition. But yet still, guess what? At no time did he mention that, He did not mention that he was arrested and charged for illegal possession of ammunition. He was free, So based on his behavior then, he wasn't free, because at no time he's admitted that he was arrested and charged for that. He's talking about possession of ganja, which possession of ganja do not go to Gun Court. His sister right arm was broken, and she was on JBC TV with the sling talking while she was in custody, because her hand was broken during the arrest. So we'll continue the journey. It is essential to hold criminals accountable for their actions. Jonah Cat's comments are not only disrespectful, but also undermine the rule of law. If we allow criminals to get away with disrespecting the legal system, then we are all at risk. Here are some of the reasons why Jonah Cat comments are insulting to the judge. It implies that the judge is not paying attention to the case. It suggests that the judge is not impartial and is willing to let criminals go free if they are entertainers and watching news determine the outcome of any case. Yeah, so Junior Keta insult the judge, say, boy, yeah, the judge watch the TV and they'll fool slow people them over there, They'll believe the man. You understand? But as I've said, I have done everything with a good heart and expect nothing in return. All the best to you. But Junior Ket, once you're going to tell those lies on me, I'll just have to do the necessary. You can call me an informer all you want, and you're calling me names and this and that. That's refreshing to the ears of cowboy right now, to know that I had stood up for you, make enemy for you, and then now you in return calling me a liar. That is just laughable. But hey, you cannot expect someone who is dishonest to be honest. But I have no regret at what I have done to save an innocent man from going to prison. And that's what I have done. And I am not looking any thanks from you or any gratitude. But it even goes to show you that all of you people are just unconscionable liars. None of you, none of you, that's not a single person that spoke to this man have any conscience, decency, or ethics, or morality. He's a cesspool, man, of criminal-minded people. Wow. So here are some reasons why Junior Ket comments are insulting. So we tell you, you understand, it is disrespectful to the authority of the judge. Junior Ket comments are also insulting to the legal system as a whole. They suggest that the legal system is unfair and criminals can get away with anything if they are clever enough and if they are entertaining and their case is showed on news. Imagine if the TV in a trial case, how many criminals would I get away? Such an idiot. Junior Ket make it seem that the legal system is unimportant and can be easily manipulated. He undermines the rule of law, which is the foundation of our society. I have no regret about telling the young police officer, whose name I will not mention, and someone very close to me, to this day, to do the right thing and write his statement correctly about the incident. And for him to do the same, he was transferred to Mobile Reserve because he wrote the truth. So the policeman even pay with him career for do the right thing. Cowboy write the entry, tell the lie, them plant the shot them pan Junior Ket. The policeman where him right say him charge Junior Ket, the man write the truth in his statement, and in the long run, them copy the diary entry where Cowboy write because him are the senior person, he's the sub officer, and then tell lie now upon the young police. You understand? Use a copy of his statement and making the scapegoat of Cowboy's action. And he migrated shortly thereafter, and we talk all the time. You understand? So as I say, I have no regrets about that. It's just part of life, You understand? The man's career was ruined because of that. I just hope that a police officer learning from this channel. The police officer was sanctioned by the police hierarchy because he did not go along with the police Cowboy planting the gunshots on Junior Ket. And in the end, the man is willing to lie through his teeth. All the man should have done was shut his mouth because he was going to let this pathological liar put him in a vice grip and he couldn't get out. All the man have to do, look here. Him say me here already 6 months and I lie him telling about my try reach because just like how Breeze called me and Tony Pang, and the drug dealer, the coke dealer from London, Little Bigger. You understand? And all of them are grass. Just like how them call me, him could have called me to them thing there. If him, you understand. But him go over there and mud up himself and pay rubbish, you understand? So, I just give my uncle son have to deal with that in the end, I can tell you, and this is to Junior Ket. And I want, your friends to tell you that Junior Ket, I won't lie for you, sir. I will do the right thing in your matter. And then you can lie your way out because everything is in the archives. You have displayed a level of arrogance and a loss, and you have lost relationship with the truth. By submitting an affidavit about your gun court case, the arresting officer will solidify who's lying. Junior Cat lying to himself show that Junior Cat is dishonest and untrustworthy. He is willing to say or do anything to get what he wants, even if it's mean hurting others or putting himself in a bad position. Junior Cat's behavior is likely due to several factors. He may have been raised in an environment where lying was the norm. I saw it going to get there, you know. So get the people not used to speaking the truth. So that's why the man even lie upon himself. He may have also have low self-esteem and feel the need to lie to make himself look better. I don't know if the big thing I'm short if him still have that. You understand him thing now, you know? So that's why I'm turking it. I don't know. You understand? Or he may have been naturally a dishonest person. Whatever the reason, Junior Cat's behavior is not acceptable. Lying can damage relationships, ruin reputations, and even lead to legal trouble. If Junior Cat does not change his behavior, he will likely continue to have personal and professional problems. Here are some tips dealing with someone willing to lie to themselves. Stay calm and respectful. It can be challenging to stay calm when someone lies to you, but it is essential. If you react in anger, you will only make the situation worse. Set boundaries. Let the person know you are uncomfortable with them lying to you. You can also try to help them understand why their behavior is unacceptable. Document the situation. You may need to document the condition if the person continues to lie to you. This could include keeping a log of the times they have lied to you and any witness who can corroborate your story. Report the behavior. If the person's behavior is causing problem, you may need to report it to a supervisor or authority. It is important to remember that you are not alone. Many people have been affected by dishonest people. If you are struggling with this issue, resources are available to help you. Junior Cat, I am a big informer and a proud one too. The beauty about your matter, documents will always prove liars to be liars. So I don't even want to hear from you. I don't want to apologize and nothing you to lie. You understand? Ugly is the kind of person who uses derogatory or foul languages to express himself. Usually needs to be more mindful of his words and his impact on others. Ugly may be immature or have limited vocabulary. Yes, ugly may be immature. Don't watch him all and look like him at 90 and him thing. But he may be immature, and because him have limited vocabulary, that means him have low IQ. So all of the people them not listening to him, you know, if them go to your dumb, them going to end up dumber. If them slow, them going to be slower. And I'm mostly slow people and dumb people listen to him, because he's not teaching them anything. All them are doing is encourage them to become criminals and supporting criminality. So Cat go there, same thing Cat done. So one of Junior Cat's sisters was broken by a cowboy, and she was on JBC TV with her hand in the sling on JBC TV. So, you know, we continue the journey. So, you know, the ugly have a limited vocabulary. Ugly may be trying to be challenging or intimidated, or he may used to using this kind of language and think that he is a tough and cool guy who's ugly. And he doesn't know the most powerful people in the world don't express themselves publicly, but are finished, and that is what he lacks. I don't know how people listen to somebody, you know, using foul language as if it is nothing. The man have no respect for himself or his audience. But by listening to him in it, I'm going to show the level of others' IQ, them thinking, and when it comes on to decency, ethics, and honesty. Because if somebody respect themselves, they want to behave in that way. But because he have limited IQ, he cannot express himself. So you know that is somebody if anything happen, you know the only thing him can know for do is use violence. Him can't attack because IQ, limited IQ, my IQ low, dumb like a rock. You know, so as we have said before, you know, the most powerful people in the world, they don't act in that fashion. They don't express themselves in the way that you hear that man express himself. I don't know how people listen to him. Because number one, I cannot stand people who use derogatory languages. If you cannot express yourself intelligently, I have nothing. So no wonder why all of the people that are around him are corrosives. So anything that he tells them, that's what they run with. So they go here dumb and they're going to end up dumber. But we over here, the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are not selfish. We are all about edifying people and inspiring others. That's our job. So there are many reasons why Ugly Son might use that derogatory language. Ugly Son use it as a way to express anger or frustration. Ugly Son use it as a way to feel powerful or in control. Still, Ugly Son use it to fit with a particular group. So you know, there are people that don't respect them who are watching channel. Whatever the reason, using derogatory or foul language can harm others. It can make people feel uncomfortable, disrespected, or even threatened. It can also create a hostile or toxic environment. If you know someone who uses derogatory or foul language, it's essential to talk to them about it. Let them know their words are hurtful and showing that the person, Ugly Son, have no self-respect for himself, his audience, or others. Also, it exposes him as a super dunce, a slow one, and a lethargic person that lacks self-respect. Can make it difficult to respect others. When you don't value yourself as Ugly Son has shown, it is hard to see why anyone else would respect Ugly Son. Ugly Son may also be more likely to put up with disrespectful from others because he doesn't think he deserves better. On the other hand, having self-respect can make it easier to respect others. When you value yourself, you are more likely to treat others with the same respect that you expect for yourself. You are also more likely to stand up for yourself and others when you are treated disrespectfully. Here are some of the ways that lacking self-respect can lead to disrespecting others. You may be likely to take out your insecurities on others. So that is the reason why Ugly Son behave like that. Him knows him ugly and him insecure. So that's why he behave that way and cuss and go on. So you know, you just show that he's a low IQ person. You understand? Low self-esteem. And you know, so him jealous of other people because he wish he is the other person. Because nothing in his life is successful, you know. Failed career, never see him on a posters. All the tour must have box him for them thing there. This man have no hit music. This man you never see this, not even Sting, this man never make it. You understand? And for you to make it a Sting in Jamaica, you know you're a big thing. He has no success. He has failed at everything. And all they do is just try to rip off people. As the people them, you know, surround Tiger, the artists, say my thief or them thing there. I try to be Tiger. And thief. People them saying thief. I try, right? You know, I exploit Tiger. So the people them running me. You understand? Yeah, fool. So if you don't feel good about yourself, this is the way of trying to feel better about yourself, even as it is at someone else's expense. So that's the reason why Ugly Son behave that way. He said he must feel good, he must feel better about himself. Him try to feel better at someone's expense. So that's why he behave like that. And the little low, the slow ones, and them love it because through them can't think. You understand? So you may be likely to tolerate disrespect from others, and that is what Ugly Son have been doing all his life. He surround himself with intelligent people because all of these people, the only way they know if express themselves is through using derogatory language. If you don't value yourself, you may be more likely to put up with being treated poorly by others, and this is because you don't think you deserve better. That's what Ugly Son behave. You may be more likely to be passive aggressive. If you don't feel good about yourself, you may be more likely to express your anger and or frustration in a passive-aggressive way. And that's how you behave. So you know that it does speak. That's why I'm over here, we educate, inspire, and edify people. That is what we are doing right now, to show you, how liars operate and people who have self-respect at once in a one video. You understand? So you have some passive aggressive way. You understand? And this can include things like sulking, giving silent treatment, or making sarcastic and threatening comments because he is not getting what he wants and he's losing control. So here are some ways that having self-respect can lead to respecting others. You are more likely to treat others with kindness and compassion. When you value yourself, you are more likely to see the good in others and treat them with respect. You are more likely to stand up for yourself and others when you are treated disrespectfully. When you have self-respect, you are not afraid to speak up for yourself and others when treated poorly. You are more likely to set boundaries with others. Self-respect makes you more likely to set boundaries with others and not to let them take advantage of you. That's many people say, boy, nothing me to than somebody who lie. Me not like liars. You understand? So if you're struggling with self-respect as ugly some, there are things you can do to improve yourself. And here's a few tips. Identify your negative thoughts about yourself. Hear that, ugly some? What do you say to yourself that makes you feel bad about yourself? Once you have identified those thoughts, you can start to challenge them. Focus on your strength. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? Please make a list of things and focus on them. Do things that make you feel good about yourself. This could include spending time with loved ones, exercising. Exercise yourself, your face ugly some, because your face, like you put on like 30 years on your face since this back and forth. You can't win. I can't promise you that. You're barking up the wrong tree and you're gonna get kicked off bigly, as Donald Trump would say. Doing things to make you feel good about yourself, man. You need to do that. Set goals for yourself to achieve them. When you complete dreams, it will help you feel more confident and capable. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat a friend. Be patient with yourself and forgive yourself for your mistakes. It is important to remember that self-respect takes time and efforts to develop. There will be ups and downs, but you will eventually see improvement if you keep working at it. You do not appreciate them because being used around, you can also help them find others ways to express themselves. It is also important to remember that you do not have to put up with being around people who use derogatory or foul languages. If someone makes you uncomfortable, you have the right to talk to them or walk away or ask them to stop. So here are some tips for dealing with people who use derogatory or foul language. Staying calm and respectful. It can be challenging to stay calm. You understand? Just always remember that. So ugly some, so whatever ugly some is the kind of person, because you have to understand, the reason why, ugly some, as a year taking credit for Tommy Lee not being arrested and charged for the double murder of Rifle and Warner British. This man is dumb as a rock. He doesn't understand how the laws work in Jamaica. If he was in the United States of America or Canada or England, they would arrest and charge him for double murder because they had found the weapon in his possession. But because we have lawmakers in Jamaica who are criminals themselves, that's why they make the law in such a way, talking about eyewitness and this, and you have to see him commit the crime. But having the gun doesn't make him an accessory to murders. You understand? That gun was given to him by men from around by Gully. Ask Lionel Johnson, that's Liney, that's Muscle son. You understand? So all these fools, and you know. So the reason why Augustum do it is because, you know, because he knows that he is afraid of failure and don't want to take responsibility for his mistake. Still, there are others, especially Augustum, who is dishonest and don't care about the consequences of their actions of lying. Whatever the reason, is taking credit for the work of others is a serious offense. It can damage the reputation of the person who did the job and can undermine morale. So you understand, Augustum is a man who take claim and credit for things where he's not even done. Well, boy, me, make I'm not charged $1 million anything. It's not you, because you're an idiot. You don't understand nothing and know anything about the law. We know that you wanted to be a police officer and you failed the test more than 7 times. And they had to place your photograph done by the recruiting center at 79 Duke Street to prevent you from coming there. We will not address anything else to do with Wayne Augustum or anyone who's affiliated with him or related with him. Next time you hear from us anything with Augustum, to tell you about the federal court and the case itself. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.